I want to suggest that hope can be dangerous on two levels. Firstly, there is false hope, where that hope is in the things of this world. Much reliance is placed on self or other groups. Such false hope is often temporary, at best limited to the individual's lifespan. Those with only false hope live in the here and now, giving little or no thought to the deeper spiritual eternal realities. Many consider everything to be pretty pointless, slipping into gloom and depression. If any thought is given to the one true God, it is often to a God who is only looking to catch out sinners and deliver punishment. From the beginning, God showed his love and care for the pinnacle of his creation, mankind, and desired an eternal relationship with him. Adam and Eve fractured that relationship when they fell foul to sin and temptation. It's interesting that they recognised their sin and tried to fix it for themselves by covering their shame with leaves. We all know what happens to leaves in the autumn. In Genesis 3, verse 51, God showed his care by making clothes of animal skins to cover them before them sending them out of the garden. He even promised in Genesis 3:15 that although they would have to work hard for a living and struggle with sin, there would be a Saviour who would deal with all sin, past, present and future. Throughout history, there have been many examples where mankind have messed up and tried to fix it for themselves, making animal sacrifices. Those attempts mostly failed, but every time God stepped in. God's latest and most effective intervention has been to fulfill the promise he made to Adam and Eve in sending the Saviour. Jesus is that Saviour and became the once and for all sacrifice for all the sin of those who acknowledge him. Look at John 3:14. Jesus, the Saviour, brings real, eternal hope. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 says, this hope is certainty of what is yet unseen. This week in the Advent season focuses on that real hope. It is the good news for everyone. Some have already heard and embraced that good news. Others may have heard but chosen to ignore it, being comfortable with their false hopes. Nevertheless, it falls to those already embracing the good news to bring it those to who yet to be convicted of God's eternal love for them. This is where the real hope becomes dangerous. Not for those receiving it for the first time, but for those bringing the good news. Perhaps dangerous is the wrong word. Maybe exciting is more appropriate. Now, I'm not an adrenaline junkie, but there have been times when I've been in danger. For example, whitewater rafting on the Nile, parasailing behind a speedboat, and swimming in the sea out of the sight of land. Potentially dangerous. With the right equipment and following the instructor's guidance, it was quite safe, but nevertheless, taking the risks was exciting. So the question I would like to leave with you is this. Are you prepared to step out of your comfort zone, to bring the good news of hope and peace with God to those who desperately need it, even though they don't realise it yet? Not dangerous. In this country is unlikely to cost you your life. You have the equipment and the instructors. It's a risk, but risk is spelled Faith. Not dangerous, but certainly exciting.